Trauma isn't defined by what happens to you, but what happens inside you as a result. It's the enduring emotional, somatic, and psychological response to an overwhelming experience, one that exceeds your capacity to cope, process, or make meaning of it. It leaves behind a sense of fragmentation, disconnection, and threat that lingers long after the event has passed. Let's break this down and explore some of the nuances of trauma. When we hear about a traumatic event, we often try to place it on a scale, thinking some traumas are worse than others. But trauma isn't scalable based on the event alone. Its impact depends on the state of the individual's body and nervous system at the time of the experience and how the body processes it from that point forward. For example, a pre-verbal child's body and nervous system will process events differently from an adult's. In any event, it is registered consciously or unconsciously as a threat to survival. When this event is registered as a threat to survival, the body moves into a state of heightened energy, if there's no anchor to connection or safety. This is a key point. Disconnection lies at the heart of trauma. In response, the body mobilizes protective mechanisms, most commonly recognized as fight or flight. But if these responses can't be acted on, the surge of energy, which can be measured metabolically, escalates to overwhelm. At the point of overwhelm, parts of consciousness begin to shut down. The narrative centers of the brain, responsible for making meaning and storing explicit memories, goes offline. This state is often described as the 1,000-yard stare, technically referred to as peritraumatic dissociation. But while narrative memory fades, implicit memory, the body's sensorial and emotional imprint remains. The amygdala stays active. This means the body stores fragments of the experience charged with fear, but without a coherent story. These unconscious fragments often cluster together, forming subpersonalities, protected parts frozen in time. Fragmentation leads to an apparent multiplicity, where different parts of the person compete for control to ensure survival. Frozen in the past, these fragmented aspects prioritize protection over connection. They're activated by perceived threats, external or internal, in the present moment, and become what we refer to as trauma triggers. A trigger is neutral if it's not attached to a loaded gun. Processing and metabolizing the original experience is what removes the explosive material. Remember I mentioned that trauma leads to a state of heightened energy. This explosive material is the energy trapped in these fragmented, repressed, and frozen aspects of the experience. This drives an inherent reorganization process where the brain, body, beliefs, behaviors, and lifestyle are organized around survival and further disconnection from the self instead of adaptive, resonant alignment with the present moment. This is experienced as a cycle, an inner tug of war, often described as going in circles or repetition compulsion. The complexity of this reorganization process explains the wide variety in trauma responses. Symptoms may resemble what we refer to as depression, anxiety, ADHD, bipolar disorder, or even autism, each representing different patterns of disrupted neural connectivity. And it doesn't stop with the nervous system. The entire body reorganizes around trauma. The adrenal, hormonal, gut, metabolic, and immune systems are affected. For example, in this state of chronic stress, the resulting elevated cortisol over a period of time can impair immunity, leading to autoimmune and inflammatory conditions. Lifestyle behaviors, the interface between the internal and external worlds, also reorganize. We often see trauma reflected in relationship, work, self-care, leisure, diet, sleep, movement, and substance use patterns. At the level of spirituality, our sense of connection, purpose, and meaning can be blocked or disrupted, leading to a deeper sense of existential disconnection. All of this reflects the complexity of trauma and the necessity of a comprehensive healing approach. Effective healing means restoring wholeness, altering the trajectory of internal reorganization toward connection over disconnection, toward thriving over surviving. This approach should consider the full trauma response, not just the symptoms. In addition to working on the fragments in the context of safety and connection, leading back to the original point of disconnection, a holistic or integrative psychiatry approach aims to work with the reorganization to bring more balance. This includes advanced evaluation, labs, diagnostics, and a broad toolkit for healing, pharmaceuticals, nutraceuticals, therapy, and lifestyle changes. If this perspective resonates with you and you want to see more content, please like and subscribe. Help me spread awareness and contribute to a better, more compassionate mental health care system. To learn more, check out the additional videos and links in the description below. Thank you.